Hello there, I'm Matthew Reynolds, Digital Spies Gaming Editor, and I am joined by Ben Lee, Entertainment Reporter.
Hello.
Hi Ben, and we're here to look at Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Happy New Year, Ben. We've finally got a game to play on our Xbox One and PS4 after all those launch games that have come and gone.
And it's only a game that we've all played last year.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of, what a good game to kind of, I suppose, port over, because I think we both agreed that this is one of our favourite games of 2013.
Yeah.
We're currently playing the Xbox One version, and this and the PS4 version will be very, very similar in looks, but you can already tell that there's a lot more visual detail on the screen. And as you can tell here, there's also voice control. So with Kinect and also the PS4's camera, you can sort of have extra, voice commands to help with, like show map. But also there's a lot more effects. So there you go. There's a lot more detail on Lara's face. So it's just nice and muddy there after a little scramble through the caves just 2 minutes ago. So let's just go across this log. And as well as kind of like improved sort of resolution quality on textures, there's extra kind of like particle effects, extra work done on physics, tress effects, so her hair is nice and lovely. You can see it bobbing to the sides there.
It looks really impressive, like technically.
It does. I think at the same time, it's not kind of, it reminds me a bit of Assassin's Creed 4 in the sense that it's blatantly kind of a last gen game given a very nice visual. Like you can tell they've done a very good job in terms of adding that visual facelift.
Yeah.
But that also kind of speaks to how good it looked last gen anyway. And I think the original Tomb Raider, partly why it was so enjoyable, had these amazing kind of landscapes on this Japanese island that Lara and her comrades have been stranded on. So I'll just climb up here. And Ben, I think you said earlier it was kind of like a surprise to you as to why this was one of your favourite games of last year.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed it, and I wasn't really expecting much from it because I'm not really that fond of Tomb Raider. But the way Crystal Dynamics have rebooted it, and they've changed a lot of things about it, and I know people didn't really like some of the changes, but I don't know. I liked the fact that they've given Lara more like characterization. I like the kind of non-linear. Well, it's not like non-linear search, but the Metroidvania like structure. It kind of rewards like exploration.
Yeah, I mean, it's a linear adventure in the sense that okay, you got to go to these various points in the game, but you can always return back and find various collectibles as well. When we did our like end of year 2013 best moments, Tomb Raider's collectibles actually stood out a lot, and you wouldn't think that for a game or just collecting collectibles and things like that, because I think what it did was it just showed you where the collectibles were after you've explored these tombs, and it kind of let you just explore these environments that were well designed, well crafted, and just kind of just get on with it. Just go find these things. And there's all these collectibles that also you had to kind of like do a little bit of work to actually find them. So there was mines on a beach, I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
You had to kind of like shoot, meant to fall down there. Shoot these mines on the beach, and you'd kind of have to crane around corners and search high up ledges. And that felt like really adventurous and really kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, it felt like it kind of had that spirit of Tomb Raider in those elements particularly.
Yeah. I mean, I know a lot of people complain about the lack of actual tomb raiding. I mean, for me personally, I didn't really like that aspect of the original Tomb Raider game, so like the less of that was better.
Yeah, I think people have rose-tinted glasses when it comes to Tomb Raider.
Because it doesn't really work. I mean, that kind of formula has aged quite a bit now. I mean, it probably works really well in the 90s, but...
Yeah, I think like with the right approach, it could be like that kind of very trial and error, like really kind of taking time looking at clues and really kind of like looking at platform. It's very much like a platform game where you had to like think, okay, I've got to jump here and here really quick, over this track will go.
Yeah.
And it was very frustrating, and especially like the third game had like those save crystals where you can only save at certain points. And this game kind of, it streamlines it a bit in an Uncharted sense, in that there's a lot of kind of like exploration, kind of a prominence of shooting, which is really well done actually. It's actually kind of, I think third person shooting generally can be hit and miss. I think games either do it really, really well, or they kind of just fluff it up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, part of the reason why I'm not too fond of the Uncharted games is I think the shooting, the gunplay is kind of not really that satisfying. But I feel like Tomb Raider kind of nailed that part.
Yeah, I agree. And even though you said like there's no real tomb raiding in this, there are this sort of puzzle tombs where you kind of have to And they stump me from time to time. Where it's like, okay, you've got this room with these various contraptions, and you've got a torch, and you've got to set fire to this thing, and this other thing will trigger, and you've got to really kind of think about it.
Yeah.
And I think we'll kind of leave Lara there, actually. So this is, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, exclusive on Xbox One and PS4, and it's out on January 31st in Europe and January 28th in North America. Ben, thank you very much for joining me.
No problem. Thanks for showing this.
And thanks for watching.